Back right now. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of the first episode. As I was mentioning in the cast before, I hadn't intended to reveal Alexa and Alexander so early in the game as rivals, but there they are.
Everyone knows the best way to eliminate your rivals is to integrate them into your, let's say, family.
Absolutely.
Sure. I guess that's one way to do it. All right, so we pick up. It's currently, you took another week, so it's now January 15th, the morning of. And you've got a partially filled cargo load. You've also got several job offers outstanding.
Job offers.
Oh, yeah.
And you have two missed messages from the portmaster.
Oh, shit, we didn't actually go
Portmaster.
visit, did we?
We should probably do that.
Yeah,
we had a medical emergency. It's fine.
And we had a medical emergency, and then we forgot for another 2 weeks.
Took time for him to heal, you know.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Precisely. That's exactly it. Let's go over there, maybe?
Yeah.
There are messages left, like voicemails.
No, they're just notifications from the portmaster secretary that they'd like to talk to you, and that they notice your ship's still here, and that you're ducking them. They're super passive aggressive as well. They're just like, at your earliest convenience, if you please, can head on down whenever you've got the time.
Okay, we will head down there then.
So the portmaster has you wave through into the control tower. It's a crystal spire that rises out of the center flower that's transparent in every direction, and it's a lot like the bridge of the airship in Avengers. Everybody's like sitting at their console looking out at their area of responsibility and like directing traffic, but they're in like floating hover chairs with pretty advanced like tech level 4 plus gear going on here. This is a really nice spaceport. This guy floats down Baron Harkonnen from Dune style.
Yeah.
He's more than a little bit obese and is strapped into his chair and takes his hover chair in front of you and is just like, "I'm Portmaster Caesar Lamont. If you would please step into my office just this way." And then he like hover chairs in front of you. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah, sure, right behind you there.
Yes, well, I was hoping to speak with people of your caliber. And then as you enter his office, like the walls go from translucent crystal to like black, and you're just in this featureless black room with a desk that has some photos on it and a lot of paperwork. I was hoping to speak with you about this incident on Rekebe.
Oh, you mean the malfunctions?
It was quite an incident. Yes.
I've seen the logs. There were no malfunctions on your ship, Captain. I'm curious as to the nature of the emergency that you were facing. There are several outstanding questions, and while I'd like to help you out, because your ship is registered out of Labella, and specifically this spaceport, you are a wanted man in this system. Well, Rekebe.
Is there like some way I could claim that it was like above his pay grade to know, and that it was like
yes, and that would be bullshit because he's the portmaster of the planetary spaceport.
I'm gonna stop you, and I'm gonna say there was a malfunction, but it wasn't on our ship. I like kind of like nod to Jonas because this is his area of expertise.
Yes, there was a servitor of VI that seemed to have gone haywire, and it was attempting to utilize its welding and torch cutting facilities to try and actually carve up us and our ship for some reason. It seemed to have been gotten under control, but we did not wish to extend potential damage to our vessel, so we had to depart rather hastily.
You're saying it was just one unit?
From what we could see.
The local police say it was an army, at least 10 to 15.
Oh, well, I mean,
fatalities
were policemen, I would say.
Well, it sounds like they should probably run a firmware update then.
Yeah, because I was I there at all when it was regenerating? 'Cause
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna like shoot them both a dirty look and be like, it was motherfucking regenerating.
Regenerating, you say?
I don't think anything less than the fucking sandroll we threw at it would have stopped it.
Well, here's what I have to say about the matter. Obviously, rogue AI must be eliminated, especially if they go around killing people. In the future, please refrain from using a sand thrower anywhere within a planetary atmosphere. If you use it here, we will destroy you, and we definitely have the capability to do so.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Very well.
If we do have another problem of the same sort, we can contact the authorities here, and they'll come clear it up then.
Yes, of course. Just call the local police. We have several psychics on standby that are capable of bringing back mostly intact bodies. So,
yeah, any precogs on the team there?
yes, there are 3 precogs on planet, and they're paid far, far more than a farm merchant trading ship can afford. You'd be surprised how much precogs are valued in political debates.
Well, I mean, some people aren't all about just getting a few credits in their pocket. I mean,
Captain Farless, it's not my place to tell you how to find precogs, but in my experience, if they want to be found, you'll find them. And if they don't want to be found, you won't find them.
well, what if I borrowed one of yours to find one of my own? Would that work?
I suppose it could work, but my staff are busy working.
All right. Well, anything
I think what he's trying to
off
say is
planet
it's
you've
hard
been?
for them to find us if they don't know we're looking.
So Juan
just
cuts in and
showed
he's
him
like, wait, I wanted to get back to the part where he was bribing me.
Yeah, I was wondering if there's just something off planet that's hard to get around here that, Traveler could bring back for you. I mean, if there's any toys that your kids want that's hard to get on the market or something weird like that, could do it for you.
I want to be clear that the rest of this conversation is confidential.
Yeah, we're in your little black crystal room. Everything stays in here.
He just looks at you and he's like, it's just a wall coloring.
But it looks great. I mean,
Oh, thank you.
very
I
intimidating.
designed the system myself. It's very, very good. So here's the deal. My granddaughter is looking for something that can only be found on Vegabee. There's some sort of like cat-rabbit hybrid called peons. You bring me back a unit of peons. I will let you borrow the services of one of my precogs for a week. That's a sufficient payment.
All right.
week?
That sounds
A week.
fair.
You have any idea how much we pay these people?
I'm all ears.
Thousands a day. Thousands a day. Psychics are extremely valuable. They can perform acts that are far beyond what any normal person could imagine. Bring back the dead, sir. Bring back the dead. Predict future attacks, market movement.
Yeah, I just figure if someone had told me to stop playing with those balls, we wouldn't have. I mean, never mind. It's a long story.
Captain Farless, this might surprise you, but I have no interest in hearing about you playing with your balls.
Oh, it's not.
Like I said,
mind.
long story. We'll skip it. We'll just skip this whole.
What you do with your crew is your own business.
All right then. So
All right, so we have a deal. No sand throwing. If we see one of these VI, we give you a call. You take care of it, and we'll see what we can do about your furry little friend, eh?
Very well. I'll see what I can do about getting this situation on Rickaby cleared up, but I'm going to suspect that probably you're banned for life.
Well, that's a shame.
That is a problem because you're from Rickaby.
It's okay. I mean,
I can understand not
Apparently.
wanting to live on a cold, frozen hell world filled with acidic oceans. So
yeah, I mean, you think it's like, oh, I've been banned from a whole world. That's kind of, but then you think about it, it's just a few hundred square miles, really.
what a forward way of thinking. Well, get the hell out of my office.
Yeah, we're dismissed. I leave right away.
I'm sorry, Juan, what did you say?
I like, as we're leaving, I turn to Dean and I say, "Don't get me banned from my home planet, okay?"
Well, I didn't do any sand throwing.
It'll be a while.
As
until we can
as we're walking
get
out,
ready.
I'm just hands in pockets. I'm like, didn't we use a fake transponder or something?
No, I mean,
You can set one up now if you want to.
if you want to get one, I guess we could, but
I mean, I think that would have been a good idea. You know, hindsight being all that, you know.
There's only so many of these ships. I don't know who we can.
Yeah, there's
put-
only about 100 free traders.
You know, new ones could happen, right?
All right, yeah. I mean, if you want to set it up, you tell me what you want the ship to register as.
It's the lollipop, obviously.
You want to register it as an already existing free trader? Okay.
Oh, is there already one named the lollipop?
Yeah, there was the
Yeah.
last ship that you guys were on.
gamer tag taken.
It's
Oh,
called the
gamer tag taken.
long-haired
Damn it.
sucker, which you nicknamed the lollipop.
Right.
This is going to be an easy roll because the ship already exists, and you've been on it, so you already know what the transponder looks like. It's not that hard to pretend to be this ship, comparatively.
I
So
mean,
I'm gonna
just so we can have. I don't want to actually do it, but I want to make sure we have
Yeah.
everything lined up and on file, so we can,
Yeah.
you know, toggle between the two when we need.
make a fix roll real quick. Difficulty 8.
Well, this is going to be fun for me. Let's see, because I've been
No
rolling
matter
so
no
well
matter
tonight.
how this
But-
roll turns out, you're going to believe that you've done it correctly. The only
and-
question is whether it actually does do it correctly.
I've heard the captain's voice, right? The other ship.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah. You have a perfect facsimile of the long-haired sucker, aka the lollipop, ready to go that you can flip on at a moment's notice.
beautiful.
It's so good that our actual transponder of grandmother's lost
Looks
opals
less believable.
looks less believable. It looks like the fake one.
I'm
What's
just
your
sitting
next?
there going,
Cool.
I'm just sitting there typing in. It's like, yeah, this is a little trick that Night Sister
There are
Capernia
actually
taught me.
error on the original transponder. There were errors that you fixed.
So I already forgot. Where was the system that they wanted us to pick? That he wanted us to pick up this.
Bigaby. It's the AI system.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's 2 jumps.
Okay. Yeah,
But
I'm
should
like,
we have a tier
we-
1 spike drive, right?
Yes.
Or is it-
Mhm.
Okay.
all right. If we're heading to Vegaby, then we're going to need to get on the way soon.
Well, I think we could go stop on the way, try to get rid of some of these toys and these ship parts, eh?
Yeah, make some trade deals on the way there and on the way back. Sounds like good times, Captain.
These tools won't sell as well there as they would in Vegaby, but
Are you guys catching this cat?
Yep.
Is
2 cats.
I see
This
2
is-
cats. 1 cat, 2 cat.
Oh, on the stream we can't see the second cat. Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, the
Another
battle
cat.
almost began.
Yeah, that was close. That was almost on like Donkey Kong.
Like, I'm too lazy to follow through.
That sounds like me. Perfect. Do you want to try to pick up any jobs while you're here?
I mean, we should at least listen to them.
Yeah.
I figured that's
Maybe
the
we could
captain's
take
domain.
on some passengers or something.
Oh boy, that's the Firefly mistake right there. Never take on passengers.
Oh.
It's easy money. Lay in some rations,
So there, you don't have the ability to have
We're
good
not even
starship
smuggling
passage.
anything.
Charge for like pillows and
Yeah,
bottles of
you offer
water and-
steerage level. You can support up to 7 more people on your ship. There is a group of 5 religious emissaries who want to go to Syzax, which is the cultist system. And they're willing to pay 500 per hex, so it's 1, 2, 3 hexes away, and there's 5 of them.
That's in the other
All
direction.
right, well,
Yes, it is in the other
I check
direction.
out their like social media stuff first, Arthur, to make sure they're not
Well,
weirdos.
we could take them to Escobar.
You go to check their social media. They've given away most of their physical belongings and are preparing to. They're like, we're just getting ready for our voyage off into the great beyond to become one with technology and reach a higher state of mind in the Anatter system. Surely those with the blessed intellect that we display will be allowed to ascend.
Oh, okay, these guys are.
So
are pretty
coming from a
straightforward.
religious order, I just look at them like they're insane.
You're also being offered 3,000 credits to carry messages from Beatra to Escablaran.
Definitely take those.
All right.
Yeah,
yeah,
take
You
that.
need to deliver that within 1 month.
Okay, that should be easy enough. And
The final
we're
job that's on the
definitely
list
going
is
there.
to pick up slaves on Syzax and bring them back to Beatra and drop them off at the space station Gospel of Luke. They're
Again,
willing
it's
to
in the
pay
other
you.
direction.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is in the other direction.
We could take the passengers to Esquibaran.
They only want to go the whole way. They don't want to stop
Oh,
midway.
they only want to go. They don't
Yep.
want
I
to
mean,
stop
we
midway.
They're
can
looking for
go. I mean,
express.
we can go. I mean, how about that Port
You can just
Authority? How did he give us any kind of a
Time frame? No.
like my granddaughter's birthday is in
Nope.
June or something? So we could take all of these jobs, go up to Syzax, come back, and on the way back, stop and pick up the
Just do a
thing
quick little hop over.
while we leave the slaves in our hold. And then head back.
I'm fine with that.
The math, and on average, as long as we can as long as we can break even selling slaves, we can have them we can pay their life support for 125 days before it will start cutting into our profits.
At just standard.
So basically 4 months before
Okay.
their life support costs will cut into our
Right, and we can offset that by having some type of manufacturing area for them to produce goods.
Yeah, you don't have that on board.
no.
No.
You could
wouldn't
set
go
that
along
up,
with that
but
at
you
all.
don't currently have that for sure.
Wouldn't go along with that at all.
So I mean, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to take the short hop over to Vega B and pick up these search around, shop around for these toys, and
If we're only
or
being
pets, I guess.
provided access to a precog for a week, it might behoove us to build up our capital so we can do something with the information.
that's a really good point because precogs are expensive.
Yeah,
I
we could
agree.
bring that back. We bring that stuff back after these other missions.
So I think taking the Syzax missions might be a good idea before we pop over for the
So that
Great
would be
Beagle escapade.
because there was 2 Syzax missions and 1 Escobaran mission, right?
That's
Mhm.
correct.
And we have to go through Escobaran anyway. So
That's
if
also
we
correct.
we just make a pit stop on the way. I mean, we have to stop for gas there probably anyway too.
You
Well, we
only
have a
need to
bunker.
you have a bunker, so you can do 2 jumps before gassing, but it's never a bad idea to just gas.
Yeah,
Just in
it's
case
better
something
to
goes wrong.
gas every time, just in case. But you
Just
know,
in case you end up throwing yourself for
It's
tiles.
if we
better
were,
to play it
I mean,
safe.
Yeah, if we're in like
Yeah.
a huge hurry, then sure, but I don't think we are. So
Yeah, we'll definitely refuel before leaving.
So, using a very simple UI, Ezekiel marks down that you're accepting all of these quests, and then he's like, make sure you leave some money back here so that you can pay the ship loans that you owe.
that
Don't
is
just
a really good
leave
point.
the system without it, because they'll repo the office, and then I won't have any place to work or take naps.
Okay.
Yeah, but on a lighter note, you'll stop stealing my cereal.
That's my cereal. I buy it every week. It's
So
my specific brand.
Ezekiel, we pay you, right?
But you don't pay me
Anyways,
to buy
it's
my.
fine, it's
That's
fine.
my personal
It's fine.
cereal
It's
that
totally
I bring
fine.
into
It's
the
fine. You know,
office.
I deal with these sort of things because I care about you as an employee.
I feel like we need an HR department.
I am the HR department. Aren't I?
That's
You guys said I was, right?
Well, I mean,
No?
technically it's not
remember
on the job description, but you've just kind of been filling that role until we get another
Well,
person
there you
in.
go. So, Ezekiel, if you have any problems, feel free to bring them to me.
so. When you say
as
that,
the
Jonas,
Ersatz HR department would be more than willing to listen to you.
you're going on, and you just hear the sound of a shotgun being cocked. And when you turn, the three of you have two guys with shotguns pointed at the storefront. And one of them's just like, "Is anyone here named? What's the name? What's this guy's
The
name?"
Orange Julius and Pretzel place is 3 doors down. We don't have any cash on hand.
It's just like, no, we're not looking for Orange Julius. We're looking for a guy.
Oh, you're looking the Froyo. Well, that's 4 shops over there.
Allers.
Can't miss it.
Jonas
Big
Aller.
sweater.
Oh, like he just starts like waving the shotgun back and forth.
Wait, did you say Jonas?
Jonas Allers. We're looking for Jonas Allers. He's in the hole for 5,000 credits.
Well, I mean, sure. What's it worth to you?
5,000 credits.
No, I mean for the information. How much? I mean, I might have it if you were persuasive enough. A couple credits. You know what I mean, eh?
So the guy turns to the other one and is just like, "That one's Allers," and points to Dean. And is just like,
I was literally going to be like, well, that's him there.
so the second guy is moving in slowly with the shotgun. And just be clear, this isn't like a mag weapon. This is like a TL3 weapon. It's like a burst shotgun.
In our store with those guns.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, what seems to be the problem here? You seem to be rather upset.
So they're moving towards Dean with the first one standing outside the store and covering the rest of you. And the second one has moved into the store towards Dean and is like, "Get on the ground. Get on the ground now."
All right, cereal bowl in the face.
All right, I need everybody to make a physical effects save, including Ezekiel, to see how shot all of you get. Wow, that's great. You don't get shot. You also don't get shot.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay, so here's what happens. The first guy is just like, "We're here
Cereal
to
OP.
collect our gravity wall," and then like you throw the cereal bowl, and the dude's like, "Grenade!" Both of them start opening fire. All of you duck for the ground, and it's just Ezekiel standing up. He gets hit with like load after load, just like. Ezekiel hits the back wall and starts sliding down, and there's just blood everywhere. And the guys are just like, "Don't move! Don't move! Nobody move!"
Geez, do these guys have any grenades on them?
Do they have grenades on
Yeah.
them? No.
Okay. God, and there was only the one bowl of cereal because
I'm gonna shoot this.
Jonas never pours his own.
They just shot my friend. Well, my employee.
You're a gunslinger. Are you quick drawing?
Yeah.
All right,
okay.
quick
I'm
draw.
a gunslinger as well. I'll quick draw on their asses.
I've got
right.
got my my leather jacket on. I'm fucking pulling out the side holster. I'm fucking shooting this guy.
I like how you mimed shooting sideways as well. You're Californian.
That's how I fucking do it.
All right, both you make
So
shots. Let's see how you do. Are you both shooting at the
also-
same target? Who are you
so-
shooting at?
So
I guess
also
is the
have
question.
brain bullets.
Yeah, you can form a gun with your
Uh-huh.
So it says, which sounds a little crazy. It just says these weapons are treated as tech level 4 and act as a rifle or any advanced melee weapon. So advanced melee weapon would be like a mono blade,
yeah.
which is like 1d8 plus 1. But
Yep.
a tech level 4 rifle can do up to like d12 damage.
Yes, that's correct. I
Okay,
cause
yeah.
him a death.
Okay, so that's what I'm putting in as my damage then. That's great.
Okay. All right. You're also psychically
Oh,
firing.
the range.
So you don't roll yet because you don't have quick draw like these guys do.
Right.
They're gunslingers as their focus. So
Yeah, I have to charge my attack, obviously.
how-
My hair, like...
you go Super Saiyan because this guy's down.
Gunslinger. Sid, how many gunfights have we been in together? Is it enough?
Probably not many.
Okay.
I don't know. We've been
I mean,
getting in
I
a lot of trouble really
well,
short
I
span
think
of
the
time.
obvious answer is
We've been working together enough to know that
I know what
if we
type
are
of
ever in
weapon you
situations
have,
like that,
right?
yeah, mag pistol.
So what's the range on a mag pistol?
100, 300.
You guys are
Okay,
literally standing like within meters of these guys.
I
Yeah.
just saying. Okay. Basically, I'll take the one on my side, you take the one on your side.
Okay.
I think that's just how it rolls out.
All right. Each of you make your rolls, and we'll see if you hit.
No.
No.
I'm back to the shitty rolls.
If you thought shotgun blasts at close range going off was bad, the mag pistol going off deafens all of you. In this like 20 square foot office, a mag pistol going off is like a fucking cannon. Everyone just like ah. In the process, Juan, you tag the guy that's outside with the laser, and his body just fucking evaporates.
Yep.
He's gone, and there's like a half melted shotgun lying on the counter. All right, so let's initiative right now. I think it's D8 plus your.
There's a button somewhere.
Yeah, there is a button.
Initiative. Gosh, I did it earlier when I was. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Roll initiative. Select your token
Yep,
first.
it's D8 plus your
I don't have it.
dexterity.
Yay! I'm still rolling shitty.
All right.
I still can't find it. Where is it on the sheet?
It's
Where's that ding dang thing?
it's the net just underneath the second category. You got core stats and then combat. Right underneath combat, there's roll initiative. Select your token first.
Oh, I see. I had it actually closed up. Do we have any tokens set up?
No, not yet.
No.
We'll work on it.
Oh.
Maybe. Just roll without the token, and I'll get the number put in the initiative column. 8. All right. You're going first, Dean.
Great. Let's see. So I have multiple actions like to do, like a small action and a main action, right?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, if you want to stab the shit out of this guy.
First, I just want to dial the port authorities, right?
Oh
Like
yeah.
the
I mean, if you want to
911.
like press a button on the wall and
Yeah.
dial the police, like
Yeah.
emergency, I'm being robbed. Yep.
Like, help,
so-
we're under attack here.
I mean, so a voice comes over the line, right? And they're just like, what's the nature of... And then they hear the mag pistol going off. And they're just like, we're sending officers to your location immediately. But you can't hear them because the mag pistol just went off.
It's just like, yeah, I'm just like yelling into that thing. And then I will just get and like try to shoot this guy with my brain bullets.
All right.
Whoops, I got it wrong. 100. Let's see if this works.
So what kind of weapon... Oh, you're shooting him with a brain mag rifle or something like that?
Yeah, so
Nope.
Yeah.
no,
So,
it's a natural 2.
this guy's just like standing there, and then beside him on the wall, there's like 4 indents, like... And he turns, he's just like, what the shit? And he kicks a shotgun back, racks another round, and then points it directly towards Dean Fairless. Point blank range.
Oh God. Not again.
1d20 plus 2.
So my AC is just above that,
Is it?
16.
Okay.
It's 15, but I have a +1 for my psychic armor.
All right, so
it's only stopped.
you get
by
blasted by it for sure. And like, there's just a shit ton of pellets right in front of you, and the dude's just like, "Oh shit!" And then racks another round in. Jonas.
All right, well, I'll pop off another round at him. Just kind of steady myself, do the one step back, 2-hand up. And I have to click OK, 0 for other modifier. 15?
Yep, he's super, super dead. No body left either. You hit this guy with the mag round. There's I feel like we just see his legs lying down, and we don't see the upper part of the body because it's all off camera. But several seconds later, like, some onlookers rushes around the corner and just vomits everywhere. Just like,
all right, I want to try and save Ezekiel.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like next step is.
You guys are out of las batches.
Yeah, I think he's.
Good luck.
Did you use the single? I run next door.
All right.
Maybe I should run next door.
Yeah, you run next door.
You run next door. Alexander's tending the shop, and you can see like various kitchen knives are floating in the air around him. When you come around the corner, like, one comes right towards your face and then stops right in front of you, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize you."
I need a large batch now, love. Come on.
He like points to the front, and he's like, 30 apiece.
All right, I grab like another 2. I grab like a handful. How many can I reasonably?
I feel like there's probably 10 there, so yeah.
All right. I'm gonna take all 10 of them.
It's like a dispenser where you like can take one and you just like grab the whole.
I'm like holding it in one hand while I like fumble with a cred stick in the other. I chuck it at him.
All right.
And I'm like,
it's like with straws where you press 1 to press down to dispense one.
So send them my way.
I'm still trying to talk to the authorities, and I'm like, we've got someone down. We need an ambulance.
We're sending some healing teams your way right now. We've got a psychic on call.
Oh, go ahead. That's fine.
What will you need, sir?
Oh, just someone to take away these dead bodies.
We'll send the police right away.
Look, customers aren't going to come in here with all this dead bodies around.
Sir, just remain in place and don't move. Please make sure to take your hands off of any weapons in the nearby area before the police arrive.
Okay, you got it. You hear that? Everyone put down your guns.
So Juan, let's see the results of your labors. It's 1 round to fight, and then you take 1 round to run over and buy, and then you're back. He's got 3 rounds left to live.
Let's fucking try it.
All right.
So,
you need a 6 on your heal check.
I'm the first one, like, come skidding. I come skidding in on my knees and like smack it on him.
Do you have any psychic abilities?
Oh man, I feel like there's like a long trumpet blast as you like slide in. It's like, bow, bow, and you like stab him with it.
Yeah, and so is this still plus intelligence?
Yes, and heal.
Okay. It doesn't matter. Anything that's not charisma is just
you're like, I only have 1 set of skills. Nope.
Oh my god, it's another 1.
You stab him with it, and the thing flashes red and says fail. And a little voice comes out, and it's just like, warning, subject is going into shock.
I think we got a bad batch of these over here. Check the expiration date.
Can I grab one and try?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like, these are 40 years old. What the hell?
I'm gonna have a talk with these Alexanders and the physical dies.
Hey.
All right. You stab him with it. He immediately is like, "Ah!" and then like falls back asleep as he stabilizes. It was momentarily like Pulp Fiction. Like he sits up. For the first time in your entire lives, you see a green thing that says success on the last patch pen.
And I'm like, well, put out an ad for help wanted. He'll be quitting when he wakes up, I reckon.
We're gonna give him a goddamn raise. He needs some hazard pay for this shit. And then like I turn to Jonas and I'm like, the fuck do they want you for? They're goddamn nearly killed all of us.
Sounds like just some credits.
I don't know. I've been with you guys this whole time. I haven't done anything.
And how did you get that cereal if Ezekiel's laying it on the ground?
Alexander comes around to your storefront and like takes the half melted shotgun that's been las blasted and drops it on the floor and puts your credit chip down and is like, oh, that's awfully disgusting in there. I'm going to clean that body up.
We're working on it. We nearly lost Ezekiel.
I think
That'd be
the
too
city
bad. I like
pays
that kid.
people to do that.
I think he's going to be all right. Well, he'll survive. I don't know about all right.
So he holds his hand out, and like a pile of kitchen knives that's been floating around him ominously starts settling into his hand. And he's like, "Oh, police are
That's
coming."
Cool.
Yeah.
How do you
so,
do that?
So he's just like, "The police are coming. I'll talk to you guys later." And he like, boop, 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 boop. It goes back around to his storefront, and within several seconds, you can hear like a wee.
So are we going to do a scene with the police is my question.
Yes, absolutely. You just shot 2 people in the public.
I mean,
In
to be fair, they
self-defense.
100% shot us first.
So about 30 seconds later, guys on Segways arrive. They've got mag rifles out and are moving like tactical SWAT. They're like, everybody get down! Get down now!
Like I've already put my gun down. I was kind of like leaning back up against the counter, like
I'm just like sitting on the counter with my mag pistol on the counter next to me.
Yeah, and I'm
Sir,
like,
put the cereal bowl down.
I do what they say, and I'm like, oh, I'm the we're the employees of this establishment.
He's just like, shut up, all of you, be quiet. And one of them starts reading you your rights. Another one covers all of you with a mag rifle, and the third one begins dragging Ezekiel out into the hallway.
Oh, careful! Don't drag too hard; parts might fall off.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like let them.
All right. A psychic arrives and is clearly designated because they have a medical Red Cross, but also the Illuminati eye of a psychic on their uniform. And like touches Ezekiel and is just like, he's fine. He'll be wake up in a few minutes. Walks over to the guy who's just a pair of legs now and like goes through his pants and is just
He'll be fine. He's just a pair of legs now, though.
The psychic turns to the police officers and is like, he doesn't have enough money. We're not going to be able to revive him. I don't know why that's so funny to you guys. You're losing it. You're fucking losing it.
It's like it's just a pair of legs.
Yeah,
Having money on him to revive.
I mean, I was joking about it being okay. It's like these guys are serious.
Just
They're like, no, we can actually stick these 2 legs back together and they'll live a happy life.
They can do the same thing that they did to you and stitch your whole body. They can stitch the body back together, but it costs 3,000 credits.
Right.
3,000. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna pay.
You're not gonna pay the debt collectors who stop by. All right. I mean, the police are just separate the 3 of you outside in like a concourse. And the first police officer approaches Jonas and is like, "All right, son, I need you to tell me what happened in there."
I said, well, these 2 guys, they came in with shotguns and started threatening us, and then
How did they threaten you?
They were threatening us with shotguns, sir.
All right, but did they say anything?
They kept on shouting conflicting orders, like "Hope, don't move, get on the ground," that sort of thing.
Yeah, I know what that. Yeah, like some police officers just like, yeah, I know what that's like. Yep, things that get pretty tense.
And then there was a cereal bowl flung, and they thought it was a grenade or something. They shot our guy Ezekiel there, and as soon as they started shooting at us, we started shooting back, and see what happens there.
All right, we're gonna check out your
trying
story.
to kill us there. By all means, absolutely.
The rest of you, do you have a differing story of any kind?
So that's when I tagged him right in the face with a loaded bowl of cereal. See?
Police officer's just like, sir, did you... Okay. I'm going to write you up for misdemeanor assault.
Oh no, I mean it was like just a misting of milk. Really, it's nothing. No
You hit a
physical
man in
harm
the face
done.
with a porcelain bowl.
Like,
He was threatening us with a shotgun.
yeah, no, I was under duress, sir. I protest.
All right, make a talk roll. I set the
I'm like,
difficulty
see, when-
here. Add a
when-
6.
When you're in a stressful situation like this, you never know when you're gonna just throw a bowl of cereal out of fear, or it's what is it? Talk.
Talk.
Oh goodness.
But you get to add your charisma, so that's better.
Hey.
All right, you keep cajoling this guy. Eventually, he's just like, all right, listen, I'm going to let you off with the warning this time, but when people break into your shop, do not begin throwing things at them if they have a shotgun leveled at you. Do whatever they say. You have insurance.
Sure, of course I have the required insurance. Of course I do.
You said that real strangely, but I'm just going to assume...
That's just my accent, see?
Fucking Rikabins. In the corner, Juan. Your story is the same as everybody else's?
I mean, yeah, pretty much.
All right.
I don't think I use the exact same phrasing. Definitely not tagged in the face. But
Loaded bullets here.
They take Ezekiel off to the local hospital for recovery, but he'll live. And no one really knows why you guys were attacked, but the police cover the incident. You're on the news.
again.
Serial hero stops.
No, so what happens is it's like a news report from a local newscaster VI, which is just like a very pleasant but still mechanical face that's very expressive, and it's just like, today at the spaceport, attack on free traders. Captain Dean Fairless came under assault and lost an employee to gunfire. Who are these mysterious assailants? Why are they attacking free traders? Is the planet safe anymore? Crackdown on weapons is imminent as voting in the Morax faction begins. Afterwards, Ezekiel gets a shit ton of chocolates and sandwiches and cards. Because they think he's a member of the crew. Everybody's
just gonna love that.
I think I just pat him on the back and I'm like, leave it up, kid.
All right, yes, you pat him on the back while he's in the hospital bed, and he's like, "Oh God, that was so painful."
Very gently.
You know that yesterday I didn't have a rib cage because I got shot in the chest.
You're doing very well.
Well, yes. Apparently, if you just pump somebody up on enough drugs, they'll survive.
Yeah, look, you did great. Just to show you our appreciation, we're gonna pick you up a little peon for a pet when we're out of system. How does that sound for you? A little bonus.
Oh, the little cat rabbit things?
Yeah,
I like
all our
those.
age.
Yeah. They live for 100 years and have 1 million kids. I wonder if I can...
That's not dangerous for an ecosystem at all.
Yeah,
no, it's fine.
I'm suddenly oh, that's...
he's just like, no, you got to control breeding them. It's fine. I'll find someone on planet and we'll swap peons or something. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, no, see, that's great. That's excellent.
Just to be clear here,
you should be glad that I was there.
This is live action Pokemon breeding,
cereal.
right? People swap these peons and are like, yeah, let's get our... Well, it's like horse breeding. They're like, oh, this is a fine peon with a long lineage. We'll have a litter of peons and we'll split them.
There's some floppy-eared ones and some,
Just to be clear, they're super killable, by the way. They're like lemmings. They die all the time. They always get into into trouble.
Maybe we pick up an extra full unit. I mean, we need one to trade for the precog, but maybe we just double up and get just one extra for Ezekiel.
I mean, it's 25,000 for one unit, so that's a lot.
In the midst of all the chocolates and flowers, there's a box of Captain Space Crunch with a bow on it. And...
A new bowl because I shattered it.
Ezekiel's just like,
a new bowl and a spoon.
I'm going to value this box of cereal forever. I'm never going to eat it.
And I
And the very next time we're there, I'm going to be eating this.
There's a fun maze on the back there for you.
I'm not a child.
I think
Yeah.
The maze is already completed.
Juan Diego is like giving him tips on how to pass off as a member of the crew so that he can impress all the ladies.
So while you're doing that, he's like, but aren't I a member of the crew? I don't have to
no, not
pretend to be one,
officially,
right?
actually.
Oh, okay. All right. I've been telling people that
Well,
I'm
the
like
thing is, we don't even have
You can
cool
tell that
matching
he's
jackets yet, so I don't feel like anyone's a real crew member. When we get
okay.
yeah, well, so yeah, we'll let you know when we start doing that. Eh?
Well, I'll be out of the hospital in a week, so
And just real quick, do you think we should wait till he gets out of the hospital before we leave planet? That'd probably be polite, right?
if you say that, he's just like, no, you should go. You know what they say? Time waits for no man, or something like that.
But if we leave and you're still in the hospital, then who'll watch the store?
Oh, don't worry. I've got my console here. I'll just handle all the orders remotely.
You can do
Seems
that.
legit.
I mean,
All
sounds
right.
fine, but don't get used to it. We need you in the office. I mean,
Of
working
course, I
from
want to get
home,
back
you
in the
know how that
office as soon
goes.
as possible.
It's like working at home goes fine for a while, but then pretty soon you're like, well, maybe today I'll
I
just
mean,
do
the
a half day,
cafeteria
and then-
food here is terrible. I'm basically living on subsistence sandwiches at this point.
Well, you got some cereal right there.
I'm
well,
never
you know-
opening that cereal box, sir.
Meta wheat is both delicious and actually has all the nutrients and vitamins
Yeah, but
necessary
it
for
tastes
survival.
terrible.
Well, a little bit of
Why are you
honey and
always
some
trying to get me
cream.
to sell meta wheat?
I like adjust one of the flowers so he doesn't see that the box has already been opened.
Sir, you know that meta wheat's in like everything now.
No, I'm just a strong supporter. It's not like I've bought a significant amount of shares or something, and I'm just
I love the idea that you've got like a small meta wheat combine somewhere, like a few acres. You're just trying to jack the price up using your influence as a far trader.
yeah.
He's
All
just
right.
just like, yeah, I prefer like meta wheat but covered with sugar, just like this cereal.
Right. All right. Well, you rest up and enjoy your soap operas or whatever you like, and we'll be back.
I prefer shonen battle anime.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, sure, it's still popular 1,000 years later.
Right. The classics never get old. And we'll leave.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just to be clear, you're taking on 5 passengers. Correct?
Yep.
You're taking all of the jobs.
Yep.
All right, so the job for the bringing the slaves back, they'll waive the friction rating on the planet when you come back. So it's like getting a 20% increase in price.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's why they're sending you out there to do that. So you spend 2 days reaching the edge of the system with your 5 passengers. They spend all of their time in the kitchen doing like weird rituals where they keep turning the gravity off in the kitchen and like putting lots of water in the air and like swimming through the air to like drink the water, and are like, this is the water of my life. Water is the form of all technology and is the
Yeah,
beginning
well,
of all
just-
things.
Just put the lid on my soda before you turn that off. You're getting everything sticky.
I think I'm standing there watching them, and when they're in the middle of doing that, I have like a on-off switch for the gravity in the room under my arm, and I just turn it back on. Just blam.
Oh, you're terrible. All right. I just want to be clear.
Crazy
I don't
cultist,
know
man. I love keeping those guys on their toes.
the finances sheet, but I specifically left 3 months worth of payments for the ship.
Okay, so you left behind like 36,000 something.
Yeah, it was No. 3 months is 9,688. I think that's right. Is that right?
No, the price of your loan's like 13,000 something.
Oh, where is the price of the loan listed then?
Let's see here.
Oh, that was ship maintenance.
Yeah. Ignore the ship maintenance. That's not correct at all. That's with the old ship maintenance numbers.
I don't see where our debt is listed, or where our debt is listed.
Yep. I'm working on it.
Follower of a small star system-wide cult loves picking on other cults.
7,750.
Yeah.
That's not correct either.
Okay.
Here we go. We have a handout rather than a thing. Monthly payment for your loan is 13,166 credits to the Celestial Pillars Foundation.
39.
13,166. Every 6 months, you need to pay 38,750 credits to upkeep the ship. So rather than monthly, it's now biannual.
Okay. So 13,166 times 3.
Yeah, I love how the cultist groups are now mocking each other.
Not a cult.
Sure, whatever you say. So my question is, in each system, will you be restocking your like life support and such in order to keep these passengers alive?
We're toppers off.
Okay.
I think would be the proper grammatical term.
All right, so it takes 2 days to reach the edge of the system before you can jump. And then it'll take 6 days to get to Escablarin. The thing is, you are so good of a pilot that you can make the jump without a check. Anything that's difficulty 10 or less is non-rolling for you. So you guys just enter drive space with no issue. And
she's like texting. Or he, sorry. He's like
yeah,
steering with the feet through hyperspace.
So with those new numbers, I left 2 months worth of payments on the planet. So I have it notated on the player finances tab.
All right, you arrive on January 24th. As you do, your ship's computer offloads all of the messages that you had sent, that you were carrying into the Escalbaran system.
Mm-hmm.
Your credit account picks up 3,000 more credits, if you want to mark that down.
Yep.
And it will cost you 500 to refuel, and then you need to pay for 7 person days of 8 people. So it's 15 times 20.
300.
300 credits in order to... So it's 800 credits to refuel and get back out.
Refuel and restock.
So while you're heading to the refueling station in Escablarin, you get a communication. You get the typical, like, passport ship that contacts you, asking for your destination and goods and all that. You are contacted by the Beowulf. It's listed as Patrol Boat Beowulf.
Hi there, sailors. How's it going?
This is Communications Officer Renaud. I'm doing well, thank you. What is your destination and purpose?
We're just bringing some messages from out of system. Are we dropping anything else off here, guys?
Captain, you don't know if you're dropping anything off here.
Well, we just had a bunch of passengers, so it's hard to keep track where everyone's going, eh?
They're all going to Xerxes. Look, they're...
do you like push yourself into the video feed?
Yeah, like push him out of the way, and I'm like, we're just stopping the refuel. We've delivered our messages, and we'll be on and off planet in no time.
Understood.
Not that we don't like your planet. It's a great planet.
They're like, we're super professional.
So while this conversation is going on, Mr. Engineer, Jonas, you begin picking up a targeting lock. Your ship is being scanned, and someone is locking on a weapon system to your ship.
Juan Diego, you might want to hop in the pilot seat. We are being targeted.
Hey boys, you're not getting hostile over there. We don't have any problems, eh?
This is the Beowulf. You are not currently being targeted by our ships.
Okay,
Are
well,
you
Someone
declaring
is-
an
That's
emergency?
a problem.
no, I mean, we have a lot of, malfunctioning software from time to time. We're just going to check it out.
Very well. We'll stay on standby then. And they go to standby.
What do you
Scan?
mean lock on? What's going on there?
Where are there any other ships in the area?
I mean, there are like 24 ships in the area, right? There's cargo haulers that are refueling going in either direction. There's a bunch of shuttles that are going from the planet to the outer refueling stations and space stations here. But you are being locked on by a ship called the Steve Gary. It is a strike fighter, single-person strike fighter.
Mm-hmm. I turn to the captain and I'm like, when we pinpoint this, and I'm like, do we want to enlist their help or not?
Yeah, well, let's let them know what's going on. Hey, we got a rogue small fighter out here. Looks like they're getting a little bit too close for comfort. Are you in vicinity here?
This is Patrol Boat Beowulf. We are moving to assist you. Are you declaring a state of emergency?
Yes.
Do you have like a color
Hold on,
scale that I
hold
could
on,
utilize
pause.
to indicate how it's...
Pause. Out of character. What do I know about this system and the like legal ramifications of declaring a state of emergency?
I
Does
mean,
that
they'll
mean-
come to assist you with. They'll do things like shots across the bow. You know, lots of pompousness and weapons
I guess
blazing.
what I'm
Coast
saying
Guard.
Yeah, it's
is
Coast Guard. That's literally what they are. They're a patrol boat.
it's not
They're
like
not going to
some-
repo your cargo or anything, if that's what you're wondering.
Just want to make sure.
They're gonna.
Just
I
wanna
mean,
be
as a
clear.
result of this, they're gonna take a closer look at you.
Sure.
But you probably don't have anything wrong with your ship, right?
No,
No.
wait.
All right.
We actually don't at the moment.
So the Steve.
I mean, nobody knows where those knife balls are.
Suitcase. I can just go toss it under my bed, or it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure
I mean-
no seasoned veterans of smuggling interdiction will ever be able to find a knife ball case under a bed.
Well, it's
Mhm.
so
I mean, no,
obvious.
I
Who
mean,
would even think to check
last
there?
place
Because
you look,
only a
yeah.
moron would
Exactly, it's
actually put
labeled
something underneath their
porn.
bed.
They're like, oh, sorry.
So, while your ship is still like floating there, the Steve Gary pulls up into like beneath your engines and is just hovering very close to your ship, and breaks the target lock, and you get an outbound communication signal from them to the Beowulf.
Yeah, like, what are they
Wait,
doing?
can we intercept? Can we intercept transmissions from this? thing?
Yeah, they're not encrypted.
Yeah.
So you pull up the
We can open up
visual.
a channel.
Yeah. You wanna. So my question is, are you inviting yourself into the
Eavesdrop.
call? Right? Are you like,
Yeah.
all right? You drop into the call. It's Captain Rusty Rod, and he's just like, Beowulf, this is Rod speaking, Captain Rod. That was just me saying hello to a couple friends. There's no problems here. As you can see, my weapon systems are powered off. Beowulf's just like, this is Communications Officer Renaud, Captain Rod. Power down your ship and prepare to be boarded. And he's like, I'm in a strike fighter. You can't board me. There's no space. Oh, Captain Fairless, I see you're on the line. Why don't you tell these guys it was all just a complete misunderstanding? Just a joke between friends, buddy.
Oh, yeah, we're like good. He's my good pal friend. Is the thing, and it's a thing we do where it's no worries. We're all fine here, thanks. How are you?
Captain Fairless, this is the captain of the Beowulf. In the future, please do not declare a state of emergency over a prank.
Right, that's why I was asking about your color scale, but I'll check that out later on. I'll get some proper notification
This is
signals for you
Beowulf
next time.
out.
I turn and give like a look to the rest of the crew
Who's this guy?
Captain Rod, this is the guy that you guys marooned off of the slave ship.
Oh,
He was your old
When-
captain before you stole his ship and then the slaves took it over?
Yeah.
Yep. So,
There was that whole mutiny thing.
Captain Rod is still on the line with you while you're turning to look at the rest of the crew, and he's like, "So, I finally found you, Dean Fairless."
Yeah, and I suppose you'll want like a duel of honor. What are you doing here?
I like hop into the sand thrower, the gunnery chair.
All right. Are you powering your weapons up?
No,
All right.
but I'll be right there.
I have a question.
What to power them up?
What does the gunnery chair look like? Is this Star Wars style where you're in like a glass bubble with like a weird floaty chair? Is it like you're sitting at someplace in the command center and like pushing buttons? What are we looking at?
I was thinking something more along the lines of like in the Stargate TV series where you had the dude with that's just off to the side of the command chair with just a console in front of him.
All right, yeah. So you're just like
Bank of
standing
controls.
there. All right.
With like a nice readout.
Yeah,
And-
joystick.
So yeah, I'm kind of like just hand motion, like no sand.
It's like a video game. Yeah.
So the captain Rod just interprets that as you waving at him, and he like waves back, and he's just like, "Yes, Fairless, it's good to see you as well. No hard feelings though, even though you stole all my cargo and marooned me out of my own ship. I've been looking for you a long time, boy."
Well, you know, things got rough back there, I'll agree, and I think mistakes were made on both sides. We can agree, right?
What are you doing here?
Look, I'm just trying to earn a few credits.
That's good, because you'll be paying me back.
I don't.
We owe you, asshole.
Yeah, I don't think I have any outstanding debts here on my books. Maybe you've had some sort of calculation error on your end.
He cuts his comms with you.
It like clearly cuts off the comms like audibly and with like a visual cue.
Yeah.
And I turn to the crew and I say, he hung up.
It's like I just keep my eyes on the sensors to see if the lock returns.
It does not.
I don't like what game he's playing.
Is he still tucked up under our belly?
Yeah, he's flying in manta formation with you. If you try to spike jump, he'll be able to ride with you. It won't, I mean, like, if you guys move at all, it'll break the formation.
Well, I mean, I think we're still heading into planet to refuel, or was this after we left?
I feel like this is on your outbound trip.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you maneuver at all, he'll have to try to stick with you, and you're a better pilot than him.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that, I'll just break away, and then once we're clear, jump out of there.
All right.
Or, I mean,
you charge up for a jump, and you make it to the next system. I assume you're going to Sysax as you had indicated.
Yeah. Can we like get a copy of like his transponder, like so it's easier to tell if we see his ship or something?
Yeah. Yep. You have the strike fighter Steve Gary in your records. So let's see.
Hey, why don't you
traveling.
set up like an alarm for if the system picks that up, we get some sort of notification. Can you do that? Is that a thing we have? I mean, can you look
Yeah.
in the manual?
No, you can set up your sensors to any time
I'll
that ship
see what
shows
I
up
can
and set
do.
up an alarm. So let's see here. You take 6 more days to arrive. So it's the 30th.
So we're going to Edinanabi.
mm-hmm.
Yes. So something happens when you arrive.
Whoa.
I just need to do some quick calculations. How many days are there in January? 30 days in September, April, June,
31?
and November. All right. So it's not the next month yet. When you arrive, within a few seconds, that new sensor rating that you set off to detect whenever the Steve Gary is around immediately goes off.
Oh, there we go.
The Steve Gary is within 100,000 kilometers of you and arrives out of drill space right in formation with you.
I thought you shook him.
I did. There's only so many places we could go to.
I mean,
Just
there's
got
only
lucky.
3 ways to go.
All right. Well, maybe shaking him isn't the best idea.
I turn to the two of you. I'm like, we can just press on. We've got a few.
I'm gonna open up a comms for him real quick.
All right.
Hey
He
there,
answers,
buddy.
he looks horrible, right? He looks like he hasn't slept in days.
He's been in a fighter cockpit.
He's been in a fighter cockpit for 6 days
Yeah.
straight. He's
You're
just
not,
like,
you don't look so hot right now.
shut up, Fearless. What do you want?
Look, I understand you're a little upset and you're not in a position to be making the profits you once were, hey?
He just takes a deep breath and is like, what do you want, Fearless?
Oh, I just want to do the right thing, you know?
So you're going to offer me your ship then?
No, I was going to offer you a job. That or a big load of sand.
God.
It's your choice.
Oh, wow. All right. So while this is going on, you've just arrived. This is like an open communication between your two ships. And that's when the passport officer cuts in and is asking your business here.
Just trying to shake this grifter here. Give me a minute. I just about had him shaking in his boots.
The local law enforcement is from Biatra. They're from the Morak faction. They've set up a small outpost here because the planets in this system aren't advanced enough to support TL for transit. Someone has to like run the refueling so that everyone can move through the system. And so you're being hailed by the CPO Africanus. And they're just like, I'm sorry, sir, did you say that you were going to blast someone with a load of sand?
No, I said I was going to ask him once again if he wanted to join the crew.
Captain Farless, can I ask your business in this system?
Passing
Just
through.
yeah, just passing through. But there's just this. Yeah, no, we happened to bump in to this gentleman here. So
I prefer not to spend more time with him.
So what happens is the patrol boat Seaper Africanus breaks its orbit around a local refueling station and begins. So your computer's like calculating their course. It looks like they're doing a burn to move between your two ships, right? They're gonna like slide in behind the two of them, but it's gonna take them 15 minutes to arrive. It's a very obvious move to be like, if you guys fight, we're gonna break it up. And the captain says, "This is the CPR Africanus. If the two of you could please stand down and not fight, the government of Labella would greatly appreciate it. Just get your food and refuel and get out of my hair and try not to kill anyone."
CPI, what the hell is the name of the ship?
CPR Africanus.
CPI Africanus, if you can check your sensors, please be assured that our weapons are offline currently, and they have been so, and we do intend for them to stay that way. Thank you for your concern.
CPR Africanus out. You guys get a target lock from the CPR Africanus.
okay, I just say on the channel again. I'm like, all right, Rusty. We're just gonna do like they ask and go about our business and leave. I'm sure we'll see you soon. My offer will be standing, and once I will ask you again.
So he's just like, what's the offer?
Well, you come on board. It's your chance to get back on the right side of things. Clear your name.
He's just like, you want me on board as a regular crewman.
Yeah, it's either that or you can sit rotten in your suit in that little box in outer space. Don't look comfortable. We've got cereal on board.
Well,
Oh, with an offer like that, He cuts the channel and breaks course to head towards the nearest refueling station. So he and the CPR Africanus are going to pass each other in a few minutes.
I'm setting course. Is there multiple refueling stations or just that one?
There are, but this is the closest one. If you want to go to another one, it's perfectly fine.
I'm gonna go to a different one. Fuck
Okay.
it. Don't spend time with him.
Each one of the refueling stations here also has a bulk freighter from your home system of Anadr that they take in goods from other systems or ships that they flagged as safe and put them inside the freighter and then jump them to Anadr. Just in case you ever wanted to try to go home, this is the only way that you can right now.
Can I send a message home?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Are you sending it to the Californian?
I think.
Can I also send a message to Zeke?
I think I have friends, other friends that are on some of the other colony ships, or not. What do you call them? Continent ships?
Yeah. So the ships are the Californian, the New Yorker, the Texan, Alaskan, Floridian, and Nebraskan.
Okay. Yeah. So I think I've got some friends like on the Floridian. And so I'm gonna send them a message and basically just ask them like, hey, I had to it's been a while since I've been home. So is Don Julio still still want to kill me? Just send me an update when you get a chance.
All right. You record a video message and you send it on the IBV Philadelphia. It will take some time to get a reply, assuming they reply at all. Next time you drop by in the system, you can check in and see if you got a reply.
Okay.
So
Yeah, can I send a message back to Zeke?
Yes.
Okay, so
it's going to. I mean, it's gonna. You'll send a message. You'll pay a trivial amount of credits, and then they'll hop it back as quickly as they can.
Yeah. So I send a message. I'll probably try to include a snippet of a recording of Rusty's voice.
Okay.
And I'll say, that this guy is no good. Don't listen to anything he says. If he tries to come to the office, just give him, some forms to fill out if he wants the position. Otherwise, be careful. He might try to kill you.
All right. It costs you $14.60 to refuel and resupply for the final leg of your jump.
Sorry, $14.60.
Yep. And then it's 6 more days in the jump. On your outbound trip, as you're heading back towards the rim,
are we able to carry any messages on these jumps to help?
No, like other ships are doing the message jumping.
Okay.
For the most part, you're rarely going to find anything but like private batch messaging, and only in systems with lots of people.
Mm-hmm.
As you're preparing to jump, the Steve Gary is still at that refueling station.
Good. We didn't like him anyway.
On February 5th, you arrive in the Sizak system. There is no patrol boats here. I should say there are no patrol boats here. There's about 40 ships floating around, and there's at least 2 space combats going on when you arrive within several 100 million kilometers of you.
That's scary.
It's like a free zone piracy free-for-all out here. Ships are going to the planet and landing and like dropping things off, coming back, and like pirates in the asteroid belt are attacking people to and from. The cultists come on the bridge when they arrive in Sizax and request permission to like worship the planet on the view screen.
I'll fire up a nice. What I do is I pull up just like a glossy JPEG. It's not the actual.
All right, they all like kneel down and put their heads to the ground and chant the like techno cult of the local planet, Verku.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll look for like a route that doesn't have a lot of murder pirates.
So you want to maneuver around the ongoing combats and try not to run into any asteroid belts?
Yes.
You can just stay parked in the gunnery seat.
I think I can probably navigate this. If I need to roll, then
yeah, I'm gonna need you to
we're
roll,
fucked.
unfortunately,
All
because there's a threat.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm down with this.
Don't mess up.
Pilot.
I mean, our rolls have been so on point so far. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, you guys did get like a really good damage roll on that mag pistol.
We all didn't get shot by shotguns, which was impressive.
Yeah, that was also pretty
I want to
impressive.
point out that was like a 30% chance to succeed, and you all succeeded.
Yeah, it was pretty good. All right.
It's like one of those things where you just freeze, and then all the pellets just form an outline around you.
Very Looney Tunes. Is this Dex or Int?
This is Dex.
Okay.
I'm sorry. No, you're right. It would be Int because you're attempting.
Okay.
You're not doing a physical act of piloting. You're
Plotting around.
attempting
Okay.
to navigate. Yep.
Damn.
Okay. So, you guys plot a course in system that tries to stay away from any stellar objects. When you begin moving, like a line of ships forms up behind you, convoy style, and it results in no one trying to make a buzz at you because then they'd have to deal with a bunch of ships.
That's
Awesome.
good.
You arrive on planet and you get paid 7,500 credits for transporting your passengers. You're paid in the local currency of slaves. So you have 7,500 credits worth of slave hold on the planet that they will pay you back with.
Okay.
Just in case you're wondering, you've got like each slave's worth about 500 credits in general. So you've got several people on layaway you could just bring up onto your ship if you wanted to.
I mean, I guess that's probably what we're going to do.
You're not going to try to like buy a batch unit of slaves. You're just gonna.
I mean, we can do both.
You could do both.
We have some cargo we need to try and sell too.
Yeah, you could try to sell it here.
Where's my
Yeah,
sheet?
we can try to unload the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, this is a really good place to sell our astronautic tools.
It is. It's a fantastic place to sell them.
A really good place. So, I propose that we see how many slaves we can buy. Or let's try to sell our astronomic tools first. That's the first step.
Yeah,
Second
get more
step
cash.
is then see how many slaves that we can buy. Because we're heading over to that. We're heading back over there anyway, right? And how many people can we have on this ship?
A lot. When you buy slaves and cargo, they self-sustain. They come with like pods that they stay in.
Oh, sweet.
They'll be unconscious the whole trip, though.
I mean, yeah, not that sweet, but better for us.
Yeah. You monstrous slave traders.
Well, we're taking them where they're actually being freed.
Yeah,
so.
at least they won't have to do slave labor once they get there.
That's the only reason why I'm actually going along with this, because we're freeing slaves and getting paid for it.
So you have a 3d6 plus 5 minus 5 roll. So it's just 3d6 because the friction rating on this planet is enormous.
Wow.
So when you land to do business, like 3 different port control officers show up from like different factions. A knife fight breaks out between 2 of them while the third one presses you for a bribe.
I mean, that's we're saving money right there if we can get one to kill the other in a knife fight.
Like the local cost for maintaining your ship's docking rate is like 10 times the normal amount. There's all sorts of hidden fees and transactions. Like like you're just blatantly being ripped off on this planet for anything you do.
Yeah.
3d6, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
36.
That sounds good. That sounds
Okay.
good.
Just got to get lucky. Roll big. You did
Oh.
not
Oh
roll
my
big.
god.
That's not lucky.
That's a 30% loss. So you go into negotiations with several local warlords who are all looking to get their hands on these tools. However, the ships you arrived with are also unloading astronautic tools, and they snatch up all the good deals first. And you end up with just one guy named Quinton, just first name, and he's just like, so, you see the local market crashed. My faction's looking to buy what you've got. Practically worthless now. Everything's flooded. I could take it off your hands for... And he holds up a piece of paper. Literally, like, not... He doesn't have, like, compads or technology. He has a piece of paper, and he's like, this much. And you can see he's, like, scribbled math on it.
And I like squint at it, and I'm
I
like,
say no.
it's fucking.
I mean,
so
maybe his math is bad. I double check it.
I mean, it is bad. There's a shit ton of hidden fees built into it as well. Like, there's just a tax that's called the Quinton tax that just appears to be paid directly to him. It's like a 1% tax.
Oh, beautiful.
I vote we take what we have and jet out of here as quickly as possible, and we offload. We sell in the next sector on our way back. At a Nanabi.
I mean, hey, let me look at what those planets are at. There's 2 planets in that system. No.
Yes.
Yeah, there are.
So
Yeah,
are you guys like
our...
saying this right in front of him, and he's
Yeah.
just like, fine, leave
I'm
it.
like, well, at least, I mean, he's... Can we get your number?
What about
I
the
mean,
balls? What
I
about
thought you did well in the knife fight.
I mean, yeah, let's see if we can like.
Wait, I got something cool you might like. Take a look at this. I'm not actually allowed to touch him. He'll have to show you.
Uh-huh.
Are you guys sure you want to do this? Because this next roll is going to be really tough, and here's why. You don't have the bonus for post-tech, and the friction rating increases by 1. So it's now going to be minus 3. Yeah.
No.
The odds of you getting a good deal on this are pretty bad.
No.
That's real bad.
All right.
It's not amused by your knife ball toys.
Yeah, that's probably not going to.
Why don't we just take our cargo and go? Our 7,500, our 16 soon to be freed slaves.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
I should say 15.
I'm gonna like hand him my card, and be like, if you plan on giving us a, well, I'll even settle for not insulting offer next time. Let me know.
Early bird gets the worm.
And like I just kind of wave him off. I'm like, you just don't want it bad enough.
All right. It is going to cost you 500 plus. Oh, so you had to spend 2 days going in system with that many people. 500. So you took 8 people, 8 days at 20 per day plus 500. It's 1780 to refuel and resupply. As you break the upper atmosphere, another fight breaks out nearby as people are being attacked. You also immediately get a warning on your sensors that the Steve Gary has arrived in system.
Hold on, did we get our slaves?
Yes, I believe you said you did. Sid said you guys were taking your 15 slaves off planet.
Well, I thought we were gonna look to buy more though.
Oh yeah, sure. All right, let's get back to that.
I thought, do we even have any money to buy more?
I mean,
Yeah.
you can spend your credits to buy
okay.
slaves. Yep.
I mean,
You can look for a deal.
So I mean,
All right, so either way, it takes a week for a trade deal to go down.
we've got the so okay. For the deal that like the mission that we took,
Yes.
were we expected to get those out of pocket or
Yes, out of pocket, and they would make you a good deal on the slaves when you get back.
gotcha.
Mm.
So we've got the 7,500 slave credits.
Yep.
And we can either just take them, a certain number of them, or
Yeah, you won't be able to take. You can't take more than 7 because that'll fill your hold up.
Okay. It looks like they're 2,500 a piece. So we'd only, or wait,
25,000 a piece
1,000 a
is
piece.
for like a unit of slaves, which is more than one slave.
Gotcha.
It's a lot of
Gotcha.
slaves.
Okay.
So here's the
So-
deal. Before you
Go check
even
on something real quick.
Because
Okay.
we wouldn't be able to afford that even with our credits too. So
before you are even able to start making this next trade deal, once you've refueled and gotten done talking to Quentin, your sensors pick up the Steve Gary headed towards the planet.
gotcha.
It is in formation with 2 more ships.
This guy's like a fungal infection, eh? Can't get rid of him.
Let's see here. Steve Gary is with a shuttle called the Zytomir and a second strike fighter called the Raven, and they're headed directly towards they're in a ballistic arc towards the continent you're on Syzax. They'll arrive in 2 days' time.
And this is while we're still arranging to get our 7 slaves.
Yes.
Okay.
Man, Virgil, your cat is like
Going at it.
super ready to go right now.
Just
So
cat.
ready.
Yeah, I guess I just like when this alarm goes off, we see where it's going. I'm just like, what do you want to do, Dean? We still need a week or so. Get these slaves together. We're gonna be here in 2 days.
It sounds like he wants money, you know?
We don't got that much money.
But I mean, at least right now he doesn't want to kill us. So
I would not be so sure about that. What do his friends look like? They are also in fighters?
The Zytomir is a shuttle, which is unarmed, but the Raven is a strike fighter.
Okay.
They are both armed with light fighter weaponry.
can I check just to see if he's wanted on the planet?
You're okay. So you're checking to see if Rod is wanted on the planet.
Yeah, what's his wanted level? 2-star, 3-star?
He's. I mean,
working
there's
with?
no like bounty hunting on the planet, right? Not in the way you're thinking.
Mhm.
Most of
What
the
about news
bounty hunting is
articles?
like lost. They don't have. So the tech level here is 0.
So
They
what
live like
about like
cavemen here.
Yeah, what about like sung tales of
Make a
pirate-
connect roll if you want to learn more about his relationship in the local system.
Sounds good. to me.
Okay.
You're gonna
yeah,
take.
and I'm just
It's gonna
like,
be a
oh.
+1 to the difficulty because there's no technology here. You're gonna have to literally go out and talk to people.
charisma.
Yep. How do you plan on doing this?
I'm just walking around and being like, you know that pirate, right? Rusty Rod. He was like got a gruff voice. And he's real mean to his crew most of the time, or was. You ever heard of the guy?
Are you alone?
I don't know. I might be
No.
out just like you know. I assume what we're doing is we're walking around and we're sampling any local
Yeah.
foods.
So it's
Definitely sampling local
all right.
food.
So the place you were in is like a muddy marketplace. There's wooden tents set up everywhere where people can like buy technology. You can be like, oh man, look at this toaster. And everyone's like, oh, toaster. They're all very impressed by the toaster, even though there's no electricity on planet.
Like
you could also buy like a kerosene heater and stuff like that, power batteries. But when everyone arrives to join the cult, they give up all their possessions to whichever faction they own. So yeah, there's also lots of slave trading going. Most of it's toward the side of the spaceport. And by spaceport, I mean
where
like
these cultists will end up here soon.
Yeah, no, they're already there. Like you probably see them up on a block somewhere, trying to be sold to different factions.
They're trying to be sold.
Yeah, yeah. They
Weird.
joined a specific faction, and now they're like, look at these fine specimens. They've lived for years on a tech level 4 world. They're very knowledgeable about things, and look at the body fat on this one. Quite healthy.
Just look at that. It's
Putting
like, man,
half and half in the coffee.
cults really do be crazy.
So that is a -1 on that roll, like you said. So it's actually a 5.
That's okay. So here's what happens. Dean, you're going through the area. I feel like Juan Diego, you've got like a bowl of noodles that you're eating.
Yes.
Jonas, you're going through the area too. And while Dean's back is turned and while Juan is busy eating the noodles, somebody black bags you on the head, Jonas. Can you make a physical effect save real quick?
Ow. That doesn't feel very good. Let's see. Physical save. Push the button.
All right.
Fail.
So Juan, Dean, after a few seconds, you turn around and Jonas is gone.
Like this is definitely one of those like anime moments when I'm like sitting with like the noodles up to my face, and I like turn and like.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, well, if you hear anything, let me know.
What did he do?
I was about to ask you, where'd he go?
Damn it. Let's look.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like look and I'll be like, oh, he was standing right here. Is there any like drag marks in the ground?
Yeah, sure. Make a notice check. You can take a +1 because it's muddy and you're specifically looking for something that'd be easy to follow.
Can I help?
Yeah, absolutely. How do you help?
Yeah, I think like probably like he'll look one direction, I'll look the other. Like we're like shit. And you like see the mud, so it's like, all right.
Assisted 1.
Yep. Oh yeah. All right. So I feel like the scene fades out with Dean and Juan like pushing their way through a crowded marketplace, following this drag marks and clear like panic. Like he's kicking his legs, and you can see there's splashes everywhere. You stop and ask people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw that guy getting dragged down the street that way."
Oh yeah, so you were like, "That's interesting," and went back to work. These people.
Yeah, no, the shopkeeper just shrugs and is like, "Hey man, listen, I don't go to your world and interrupt your cultures. It's just
Okay,
like,
I mean,
look around. Where do you think you are, buddy?"
Look, I just need to get my friend back, and I like.
Well, then why are you talking to me?
I was already moving on.
He like takes a knife and is just like sharpening. He's like, "Fucking offlanders." Jonas, you get the bag taken off your head. You're in Starship Hull, obviously. They begin tying your hands with rope to a table in front of you. And someone clicks a gun, like a revolver, behind your head, and it's just like, "Captain Rod sends his regards." And that's when we see
Sorry, Captain who?
That's when we say Dean and Juan arrive outside of a defunct freighter, which has been turned into like a factional command center. It's labeled the Ore Ore, Oreori. And it's for the O faction on the planet. And as you're approaching, there's just like guards walking around with like AK-47s and spears, just stopping people. And that's where we're at. Is like the two of you looking at. I mean, this is a big ship, right? Like, this thing is easily 10 times the size of your ship, and even though it's falling apart, think Star Destroyer from episode 7 on the planet. Like, they've gutted this ship thoroughly. It's still a giant, massive ship filled with people. And
Oh well, he's in there, I guess.
let's look at experience. You failed to make a group goal. You have yet to make a profitable trade deal.
We've got
Been a rough
lots.
night for you.
Could have had some really shitty trade deals, but
Whatever. I passed the roll to find our crew member, and I think that was a very important one.
I agree.
Let's examine everybody's goals here. Jonas, your goals were make a modification of crew equipment or convert an AI to Imago Dei. I don't think you made any headway on either of those.
I did create that fake ID for our ship that was pretty damn stellar.
But we specifically specified crew equipment because you were going to like modify someone's gun.
Fine.
Virgil, Dean made progress on find out if Rusty Rodney survived the mutiny and hire a precog.
Mm-hmm.
So you can take +1 for that, for attempting to complete a personal goal. Actually, I suppose if you want to say you found out Rusty Rodney did survive the mutiny,
so that's
you get 2 XP. And
1 for pre.
I got to try some local cuisine.
you only get 1 goal at a time.
Okay, so 2.
We didn't see you buy the cuisine, nor did we see haggling over
it. Says taste. I mean, if you want to.
I mean, I specifically put it in the scene so that she could do her thing.
All
Arthur.
right, fine. I'll
I
allow
even
it.
remembered someone else's goals. I should be getting
You're a champion.
Take 1 for that, and then everyone gets another 1 for role playing, which I think means Virgil levels up because you level up at 3 XP.
Yeah. Good job. It's true. You have the psychic level up. Now you can have some.
I was so close to being dead too, and now I'm like the opposite of that, like undead and better.
Let's be very clear here. You did actually die. You were dead for several seconds.
The whole like towards the light and everything.
You needed like a 4th level psychic to show up and heal you.
Yeah, thanks, Arthur.
I mean, I had always planned on having the Alexi twins be rivals for you guys. I didn't know they'd need to come in so soon.
I'm glad that you did. They're great. I love them.
Don't worry.
Now, not only are they rivals, but Kelsa's character is going to be hooking up with them at the same time. So
nope.
They're also love rivals.
Oh man, I really love.
That's the funny thing.
I really loved playing this character. It feels like it's a good character for doing like in-character comedy stuff, which isn't always easiest to do.
Yes, guys, AK-47s are still around after all this time. I'm talking obviously about the future AK-47s.
Right.
I mean, an AK-47 is going to last pretty long.
I mean, they're basically made out of wood and a little bit of... No, they're not original.
From old Earth.
All right.
Still work.
Does anyone want... I mean, obviously, you have to change your goal, Dean. Are we changing the group goal? Or are we still trying to maintain a profitable trade deal?
I mean, I'd still like to maintain it, to make a profitable trade deal.
Great.
how many goals are we... Personal goals are we allowed to have?
2.
Okay.
Is your goal next time to not get shot in the back of the head?
Yeah, to not die. Survive captivity.
All right. That's a difficulty 3.
Yikes.
So I'm dropping the convert AI.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
Captivity.
I mean, technically, either you'll be alive to get it or you'll be dead, so there's no regrets in that regard.
I mean, no, that's pretty good.
Dean, you got a new goal?
I think my current goal is to get my missing crew member back. So I'm just gonna say
Difficulty 3.
Reunite with my missing crew member.
It's gonna be pretty tough.
I suppose these guys were dumb enough to leave my mag pistol on my hip, were they?
I guess we'll find out next episode.
You know, I'm still gonna go ahead and change my goal as well. And gosh, I mean, do I really like you that much? No, yes I do.
You paid $3,000 for him.
It's true.
I'm a pretty handy guy to have around, and I'm nice.
You are a pretty handy guy. Yeah, I
I mean,
want to.
I haven't caused any
save Jonas.
firefights.
Well, that's arguable.
All I did was open up a piece of spam mail and fill out the form. You can't lay that shit on my head.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna say, yeah, rescue Jonas.
I'm sure I'll appreciate it.
Well, that's good because everyone's goal, including my own, rests solely on my survival.
So rescue Jonas
Well,
is
technically, I have to just be in the same area as your body, reunite with my missing crew member. Nothing about
yeah, that's pretty smart.
it's difficulty 3.
Damn.
So I mean, this went very different than I thought tonight's session would go.
I mean,
Who knew?
Yep.
Here I thought you guys were just gonna offload astronautical parts somewhere. Instead, they're still in your cargo bay.
Yeah,
I refuse to sell them for less than
Anything less than the best is murder. Vanilla Ice had it right.
If I'm
You
not
can't sell
selling
them for less than what we bought them for.
Yeah,
I mean, you can. It's just not a good idea.
I will not do it. So, yeah. We got a pretty good deal for it.
So that's us. I think we can be back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, great. I got some more prep to do. I'm probably gonna have to do a GM faction turn. So if you guys want to stop by, I don't know, I might do that Wednesday night if I'm feeling good. And you can see all of the factions moving in the background. Players don't watch it.
With
Don't.
their guns drawn.
Obviously, players should not watch that.
I never watch your GM activity stuff.
So
I got a Wednesday show, anyways.
For those that don't know, these GM turns are a lot like me taking all of my cool factions and putting all of their various weapons and firing them at each other and doing cool stuff. Selling things for less than you bought them for, Sons of IOU. That would be a good spin-off show where they just keep getting further and further in debt. So if you haven't seen a Stars Without Numbers GM turn, you might want to come in and watch one.
It's pretty cool.
Pretty interesting.
You might get spoiled. I mean, you'll absolutely get spoiled for some things, like the identity of the VI that was chasing them. You will absolutely get spoiled.
VI
in the GM
it's
turn.
AI.
I mean, you can tell me what I think it is, but you're like, it's an AI, and I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it's a VI. It says so right here in my fucking notes. Speaking of people who argue with their game masters while they're captured and with a gun to the back of their head, let's talk to Sid Alpha.
Hey, I love stirring that pot. I do. Yeah, I had a great time. These guys are fantastic as always. Still trying to find the footing with the Jonas character a little bit, so that's why I haven't been quite as engaged as I normally am. Plus, I'm trying to not be a murder hobo psychopath, and that's definitely a change of pace for me. It was going to take some getting used to.
Aren't you the first one that drew and fired a weapon?
After we were fired upon.
Okay.
I mean, Serial was technically the first, I think.
I was about to draw and file a weapon, but I was like...
Technically, Kelso was the one to speak up first. I went along with her. It's just we're both quit. We're both
there was a lot of peer pressure. Yeah.
You just spoke up faster, that's all.
You know, it's totally fine.
As we're both
it'll be interesting to see where things go with the whole Imago Day and all that, and the AIs and the VIs and
the slaves,
all the stuffs and the slaves.
Jesus.
Yeah, but so thank you guys for coming to watch. I really do appreciate it. Always a good time. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SidAlpha, for give me news, reviews, first impressions, and all that nonsense. And follow me on Twitter, Reddit, Facebook, basically anywhere. Just put in /SidAlpha. I'm sure you can find it. I'll probably be getting a video out again tomorrow. I already put one out for today that took way more time to make than I wanted it to. And that's basically all I got. Yes, we'll be coming up on Thursday with more BattleTech. And that's going to be some more interesting stuff going on there. Things are getting tense. And Arthur
You guys
basically
finally
just
got your ass kicked. Real bad.
smacked us over the head with a lance of assaults and heavies, and we learned that we needed to start thinking more tactically in our approach.
People were dying left and right out there. Virgil, how's it going?
Going good. That was a blast. I feel like I fell into character pretty quickly with everything going so horribly. It was great because it informed me of the character, and
I think it informed me that you guys need to like have a permanent psychic following you around.
so that's the idea.
I mean,
Just
I'd be
like-
okay with that.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, I really think it was great because I like died, and then came back to life. I have like a kind of a rival captain now. A lot of cool stuff. So I really enjoyed this first real session, and we'll be excited for next week. If you want to check out my music, soundcloud.com/Circon5. Kicking out the jams. All
Just
types
remember,
of
it's not
genres.
art until it's observed.
Mhm.
Speaking of observational art, let's talk about dogs, Kelsa.
Hi, I got a dog. Technically, my lady got a dog. This is Mariposa, and she's a dog, and she's a little floof, and she's got a cone because she just got spayed. But she's a Papillon, and she's a sweetie bow. That's all. In other news, you can also follow me on Twitter at Kelsa. There will be more dog pictures. I think that may be motivation for people to follow. I don't know. She's gonna have her own Instagram account, and I'll tweet that out when we set it
We'll
up.
see how that works.
My lady is planning on teaching her how to skateboard, so
Oh
that's
boy.
still a few months away, but
Oh
that's,
boy.
that's in the works. I also stream other role-playing games on Twitch on my own channel, twitch.tv/KelsaDelphi. Same thing on YouTube, and right now the two shows I'm running are on Thursdays at 5 p.m. is Harvest Valley, which is a Burning Wheel game about farming, sort of.
No, it's not. I don't know why you keep saying that. It's been months.
Because it's funny. And on Sundays at noon Pacific time, so that's tomorrow, we're playing Band of Blades, which is a hack of blades in the dark in a dark fantasy military tactical kind of game. It's pretty great. I really like that. So that's me. That's what I've got going on right now. Come back next week for more dog.
Come back next week. Maybe we'll actually make a successful trade deal.
Gosh, I hope so.
Maybe I'll roll higher than a 2 when it matters.
Been some terrible rolls this session. Everybody all up in here rolling real badly.
That is.
I think I've had.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh my god! Yeah, 3 sets of 2s.
I gotta say, you guys rocked your saving throws. Except for that last one by Sid, you did pretty well all night with saving throws.
It's okay though. Me failing my saving throw will give way to something more awesome in the future.
You're just like, yeah, we'll get a bunch of XP when we get me back, right? There's no way a main character could die at the opening stage of episode 1. Everyone turns and looks at Virgil.
In Sons of Gold.
No, never. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be
He
great.
was dead for 6 seconds. That's it. We'll be back next week. Have a good night. We'll find someone else for you live viewers to watch.